everybody. Can you see us?
Horrible camera, but
hello.
Okay, maybe now we're on, huh? You see Ethan, half of Ethan in his arm.
Ethan, scoot over here and get in the screen for just a minute. There's our.
You're gonna have to squat.
There's our buddy Ethan. All right, somebody's asking, great job. What video equipment do you use? We use GoPro equipment primarily.
Hello, everyone. First off, we wanted to say happy Easter weekend. God bless. We appreciate the opportunity to do this and for you guys watching. So, okay, questions. You did that. Longest video that you've ever done?
I think we've done a 2-hour-long video, and then I've done several series videos that were like 45 minutes each to an hour and something each.
Wow, everywhere. Romania, Alabama.
Netherlands.
My goodness.
Wow.
Are you hiring? Yes. Move here. Okay. Big fan. Hello, guys.
It's coming in quick.
You guys are amazing. Would you ever do any more of those search and rescue like you did with your dad?
Yes, would love to. Those are fabulous. I love those jobs.
Are Freightliners good trucks?
I don't know. We own one. We own the service truck. One of our service trucks is a Freightliner. It's been decent for us.
Hello from Florida. Okay, guys. So Ethan's home on Easter break from Lincoln Tech in Nashville. He's learning to surpass what his dad knows how to do.
We hope.
Yep. Somebody currently battling COVID. Sorry. Glad it's not terrible for you. We've been down that road a couple of times. Is a rotator capable of lifting another rotator?
Depends on how big the rotator is.
I don't know. Is that a challenge?
Well, the rotator weighs 72,000. Max lift capacity is 100,000. So technically, at the right angle.
Yeah. Okay, he's learned something
yes.
for all that tuition money.
Ethan's
Australia.
That was that.
Is Peterbilt good? Yes, I love Peterbilts. Obviously, that's what primary is our fleet.
Ontario, Canada.
Denver, been there, loved Denver.
You guys are amazing.
Thank
you, Ronnie Hooper Jr.
Okay, we don't want to make this a huge shout out thing.
No.
If you guys have questions, let's do questions and answers. Thank you. Yes, most of you know that I lost my dad, Ethan's grandpa. It's been hard on all of us, but we're learning to get by. It's not been easy. Won't lie and say that it has been, but we're learning to get by.
God provides always. Wisconsin, Canada, Peterbilt. What's your hiring minimum age? 18. Now driving is a different story.
Yeah. Well, Eli's 17. He's still in school, but he's part-time.
Florida. Oh my gosh. Indiana. What's the hardest job to tackle?
Oh my gosh.
Being married, being a parent.
I'll just move over and let this be the Mom Pratt show.
He's pretty good most of the time. I've raised him.
Do I watch other towing companies on YouTube? Actually, no. I have too busy a life to do much other than work, family, church, and YouTube. Not necessarily in that order, but that's all. I don't have a chance to watch anybody else.
That one's good. Okay, so there's been some commentary or questions about merchandise. We are in progress.
We're working on it.
We're very excited about some things coming up. There are a couple of designs, and yeah, we've taken into consideration what everybody wanted, which was hoodies and shirts and some tumblers, I think, is what we're going to do. How do you organize call outs? Who's on call? Who's shift? Ron?
Well, primarily, yeah. Anyway, if anybody can see the thumbnail to this live stream, that is some of our new artwork that we're hoping to get here pretty soon. Get rolling out.
Yep.
On some of our
what Timothy Brown would like to know what you do for a living.
What I do for a living, keep everybody in line. Actually, I'm a high school guidance counselor at our local high school, and I will be retiring at the end of next year, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the Trail East back in service yet? Yes. For those of you who, it was actually not a problem with the trailer. The problem was with the tractor. It was the hydraulic pump shaft seal.
This was good. This is a good question.
And we got it fixed later that week. It was back in service by the end of that week.
Brandon, how has the new CDL requirements affected
new hires?
CDL training increase from 70 hours to 150. That's just for Class B.
Yes.
Go.
That has affected us a great deal. We actually tried to get Ethan back from school so that he could get his permit, because if you got the permit before the cutoff date, you didn't have to go through the new CDL classes, the new structure that they have, and we weren't able to get Ethan home in time to get that done in Missouri. So
Why was the Western Star Vulcan red and white, but the other trucks are blue and white and gold?
good question. That is a long answer. The short answer, our old Marmon, our original truck, we had a snowstorm or an ice storm. What was it?
2008.
2008, 2009. We had a big ice storm. One of our primary trucks went down. That was the only truck that we could find right then. We had to have a truck right then, and that was the only one that Dad could find. He bought it, he fell in love with it, and that was his truck. It was already pre-made. It was a used vehicle, but it wasn't very old. We got it for a decent price, and we still have it and still love it.
Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope,
They're
you're
just
good.
coming very, very fast. Whatever happened to Raymond? Raymond moved on. He's happy and healthy. We wish him well. Lots of Easter blessings, and we thank you for that. Joshua, from a fellow educator, thanks for all your work. It's not easy, but it's a lovable job.
Anybody have questions for Ethan before he has to go?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of friends and family that he has to visit while he's on his short stint home.
When you're home for 2 days, you've got lots of visits to make.
Dream vacation place, anywhere near the ocean and mountains together.
So probably Hawaii. We want to go to Australia and Ireland.
We want to see Australia. We want to see Ireland. We have a very good friend. I have a very good friend that lives in Australia.
Ethan, how do you like working as a tow operator part-time, and how do you like college?
Well, I like working more than I do college. Wish I could do the towing operator more often. That would be nice. But ready for whenever I get out of school so I can be here full time instead.
We're looking at somewhere in the December range. Ethan, are you still interested in the family business?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, he does not do office work.
Nope.
James, not at all. Hello from Scotland. I want to go there too.
Somebody asked if we send stickers and stuff overseas. I forget exactly where it was.
Okay.
But, through the Midwest Truck link, yes. The merchandise that will be available on the YouTube store will be different than the Midwest Truck merchandise. This will be our own Midwest
Rod Pratt YouTube.
Rod Pratt YouTube.
Midwest Truck.
Yeah, it won't be Midwest Truck. There has to be separation there. So
yeah. So lots of well wishes for Ethan.
How long have I been a tow truck driver? 30 plus years.
Yeah.
How many tows a day? Oh my gosh, that depends. Never know.
Ethan, what's been the most funny moment on a job involving your dad?
One of the many Pratt falls.
Just breathe, because there's got to be one coming.
Oh, that's going to take a second.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
What's the super question?
Okay.
What is that? You have a CDL, correct? And on your jobs, are you by law under hours of service? Yes and no. I do have Class A CDL with all endorsements except passenger bus. I'm not required to have passenger bus, but I do have all other endorsements. Under emergency situations, we're not required to do hours of service, and there's other, if we are within a certain mile radius of home, if we clock in and out on a time clock, a lot of things that keep us from having to do hours of service. But if we do long haul stuff, then we're obliged to follow the rules just like everybody else.
Thank you, Randy. Lots of people.
Okay,
Ethan's got an answer to the question.
Well, let's go back up to the super question.
Okay.
Or the hyper,
Thank you, James.
Yeah.
Yes, it's tough, especially at holidays.
pounds.
That one I already said. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
good. Okay,
Okay,
Ethan
you
has
got
an
an
answer to
answer?
this question.
Probably be whenever we had that semi loaded with all the beer down the ravine. In the creek.
Oh, well, people didn't see that one because it was
Yeah,
a
I know.
fatality.
But
Yeah.
it was funny because the way you were slipping and sliding down the hill through the mud.
Oh yeah, it was quite the mess. We had a unfortunate incident a couple years ago where Gentleman, they believe it was probably a medical issue. Took a semi off the side of the road, and beer spilled everywhere, and it was down a steep embankment, and it was muddy, and there was beer
they
spilled everywhere. Yeah, it was
They all
nasty.
wore it.
And the mud and the blood and the beer.
It was it was bad. Thank you very much, Jensen.
Almost lost my boots a couple of times trying to get myself up out of there.
You could call after 4:30 p.m. on a Monday through Friday, but please don't call the shop. The ladies in the office have a lot to deal with, including our grandson who stays there. Hello from Ireland. Yes, I want to go there. I absolutely have to. Gail, so sorry for your loss. Retired law enforcement, they have a tough job, very tough job.
Mm-hmm. What is this one?
This one, I did that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Jensen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oregon, will you get another rotator soon?
Yes,
well, yeah, that would be lovely. But we recently worked, and I hate to say this, but we recently worked a big incident on I-57. Won't show it on video because there was multiple fatalities involved. But worked with some other rotators on scene, and I'm a Miller guy, so guys don't get upset with me. But I worked closely with another company, Sullivan's, out of New Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Jerdan rotator, and that thing was absolutely phenomenal. I really like the setup on that.
Happy Easter, Joe. Mr. Tim, happy Easter to you. So
Christ is risen. He is risen indeed.
Lots of folks are asking how talented his family is. They're doing great. Wesson is 1.5 years old now, and he talks. We just video chatted with him, and he started to say, "I love you," and Mimi, and he calls him Papa. So they're doing great. What's this? What's Ethan? Yeah. This one? Yep. What was the longest duration job you ever did with Ethan? Again, parenting.
All right. Probably the hazmat rollover. That was like that was overnight, late afternoon, overnight, and into the next day.
Ended up being like 20-something hours.
Yeah, 20+ hours with Ethan. We've had longer duration events, but that was the longest one with Ethan.
Well, that was the longest one when I was there for the entire time.
Mr. Tim, I did. Joe.
Happy Easter, Joe.
And James.
There's another love your video that you got stuck in the mud. Yeah, that was
James, sorry about the loss of your mom. It is a rough one. Guaranteed. Okay.
How far do you travel with the tow? We tow just basically anywhere somebody calls us to go. Somebody asked if we would ever get a 75-ton rotator. Like Ethan said, I would prefer the 100 if we could ever afford it. I don't know. We'll just see what the future brings.
Happy Easter back to the Netherlands. Would a twin steer rotator have been better resistance when winching? What are the pros and cons?
Twin steer is actually all they would build. If we were to reorder the exact same truck we have now, they would not put it on a single steer axle. They've changed that, and that platform is only available now on a twin steer because of there's so much weight on the steer axle, the single steer axle of the 1150R.
What's the gearbox on the rollback with that Mike drives?
It's a Allison automatic.
Oh my, Hans. To Ethan, have you ever gotten frustrated with your dad doing a job?
Yes.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, just like Daddy got frustrated with his daddy many times.
Yeah, it's
on
just
jobs.
part of it.
Yeah.
Working with family is a blessing, and it's also very trying. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Did Mike charging you for getting me out of the mud? No, Mike did not charge for getting out of the mud. We all work together.
I'm sure he's still laughing.
We've all been stuck. My dad got stuck. I've been stuck before. Mike's gotten stuck. It happens. You cannot be in this industry and not have gotten stuck before.
Let's see. Are the rollback toolboxes standard setup, or do the drivers set them up themselves?
Basically, the driver can set it up themselves if they want on the rollbacks.
Does Mike have a CDL to drive the big ones? Hopefully that's coming.
He has his CDL Class A permit. Mike does have his Class A permit.
Thank you, Gary. Happy Easter. Hi, Pratt family.
Western Star being repainted. Actually, We haven't decided yet. We're probably going to do some kind of a memorial to my dad. We may do a wrap of some kind. We haven't really decided yet. We're going to take some time to think
Gotta
about that
let
one.
the dust settle a little
Yeah,
bit, because that'd be awfully hard to see. I mean,
it's still tough to get things changed at the shop. It's just too soon for
how
a lot of
many?
stuff.
I'm sorry. How many miles and what size engine are in the Rotator?
Believe it or not, the Rotator is now 7 years old, and it has just under 25,000 miles. It has a lot of hours, but it doesn't have a lot of miles.
Charges. There's been a lot of.
Prime Incorporated family says hi. Hello.
Hi.
What motor does the Rotator have?
Rotator has the ISX 15. 550.
They're asking about charges. Most of it's by hour, and it really depends on the job. And it's hard to discuss those things. So that's usually why he stays off of there.
Yeah,
because
I don't discuss pricing because we live in an area that is in the Midwest. Pricing is different between here and St. Louis. We're only 2 hours away. Prices in St. Louis will be different than they are here. Prices in Memphis will be different than they are here. Prices in St. Louis and Memphis will be way different than they are out on the coasts, East Coast and West Coast.
Jeremy, have you ever gotten the Rotator stuck?
That one
Thank
I
you
have
for the
not
donation,
done. I have not have not gotten the Rotator stuck.
Have you ever had a fan call you?
Yes,
a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's something I would like to stress
Yeah.
again. Please do not call the shop. Please, please, please.
During the day.
Beg you, do not call the shop.
We'll be happy to try and answer emails or things like that and messages. On occasion, calling is okay, but we do, it is very disruptive for the ladies in the office, but we appreciate it.
We're going to set up a website for the YouTube channel. There's a lot of changes coming. We're going to set up a channel or a website and an email just for the YouTube channel. Like I said, Mom Pratt was talking about, we're going to do some merchandise too. So you'll be able to interact with us more on when we get that all set up. So again, please do not call the shop. Ireland, have you, what was that about the 100?
Seen a M100?
I have.
Going down the road.
I've seen it going down the road. I've not been close enough to it to be able to touch it.
And towing a big rig, do you pull the axles or drive shafts?
I pull the axles. I pull the drive shaft. I don't mess with pulling the axles. It's too much work, too nasty, and I don't like it. I prefer to pull the drive shaft. Everybody has their preferences. Both of them work. I prefer to pull the drive shaft.
Ooh, these are coming fast.
Yeah, you can't keep up.
Hi, everyone. There's been lots of Easter wishes and positive commentary. Thank you so much, guys. Have we tried Vegemite?
Yes. Actually, my friend who lives in Brisbane, before he came over here the first time, he sent us some and we tried it. And then he came over and he showed us how to use it properly, like a true Australian would. And we've actually learned to like it. So
when Mrs. Pratt retires from the school, will she still be with the towing company? Actually, I'm not really with the towing company. That's why when I go with him, I have to stay in the truck. I can't get out and pretend like I'm important in direct traffic or anything because I'm not covered by insurance. But I will be managing more of the, the YouTube and things like that. Hopefully, I don't know how to do that. Anyway, I have no idea. It's okay.
Yeah, just hit the 3 buttons on the side.
I did. Yeah. Got some, people who are nice on here, but we're just gonna.
DP50 model winch on the 1150R. I know it is a DP. Yes, DP, and it is 50,000 pound main winches and drag winch. The auxiliary winches they're 22,000, aren't they?
I think so.
I think they're 22,000. They're also DPs.
Yeah.
Hello to the Boot Hill, our neighbors. How many gears does your Rotator have?
18 speed.
Don't know how much it costs to tow a car. Depends. Love the channel. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ethan's got to go.
Bye, Ethan.
Everybody's got to
say
go.
Bye.
Everybody, love
Tell
you.
them Happy Easter.
Love you. Also, I like to borrow an impact if that's possible.
Bye, baby.
Okay.
Love you.
You know where it's at the shop.
It's
There's
safe.
several.
Which one can I take?
Grab the one out of the rollback. There's one in the floorboard of the rollback outside.
This is
Your sockets are still in front of your box.
a new question. Ron, where were you and your dad during 9/11?
Oh, I was at the office. I watched it as it went down on TV in the break room of the office.
We do
Skid
any
steer.
meet
Yes.
and greets in the future. Okay, guys. So that was one of the things that I wanted to know was if you would be interested in a meet and greet. I mean, we can't really travel anywhere, but it's something that I don't think we'd be opposed to in a neutral location. Do kind of a meet and greet. Throw some burgers and dogs on the grill and say, hey.
Skid loader with I saw
bye.
that.
Everybody says bye.
Bye, buddy. Love you. Skid loader with a winch box. We do have a skid loader now. We have used it on jobs. We do not have the winch box yet. Small steps, one thing at a time. Who edits the videos? That would be me. I do everything. I do everything. I do it all in-house. The only thing that we have outsourced is this artwork that you see for the very first time on this video, the thumbnail video. That is the only thing that we have outsourced. Everything else I do myself.
Question: can you name every heavy record you guys have had since 1985?
Yes, I can.
Okay, do it.
We have number 1, which was Miss Lauren, named after my daughter, our daughter.
That was the Marmon.
Marmon, 1985 Marmon with a Home 750 and a Zach lift underreach. Then we had a Diamond Rio with a Home 750 and a 100-ton drag winch. 1973 model. That was number 2. Number 3 was a oh my goodness, which one was that? That was the original Ford 8000 with a 16-ton Miller hydraulic bed, non-integrated. It had an underreach, but it was non-integrated. Then number 4, they've lost me. I'm lost now.
Why?
Because there's so many more questions coming in. I can't concentrate.
Okay, just focus on the trucks. So after the Ford.
Love you, bye.
After the Ford. Was okay.
We had
I don't know.
We had we had the Peterbilt 35-ton Century. Was number 6. I'm lost now.
Yeah,
Ever lost a load that you were towing? Thank heavens, no.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Yes. What's the other one?
Have
you ever gotten the rotator stuck? Nope.
We answered that.
Thank goodness, no.
Thankfully, no.
Love the flag behind you. What is the size? Actually, that is a backdrop that we just ordered off of Amazon. It's sets up on 2 stands, and it's just a flag backdrop.
It hides our ugly wall. Would you ever consider asking other drivers if they would like to record their jobs? I think Talon would be a lot of fun. They don't want to, and they've had. Ron has doled out some GoPros, and they just don't really.
Yeah, Mike
really want to do.
Mike did a few, and he just wasn't interested. He loves being in the videos. He just doesn't want to do them himself. Because I've asked.
Would Ron prefer a new Peterbilt or Kenworth? Peterbilt, yeah.
Peterbilt, yeah. Peterbilt would be. I know they're sister companies, but I still prefer my Peterbilts.
I think it's going to be the main boss lately. There's been several who've kind of asked about
the restructuring of the company.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how it is you taking a less active role, assuming that you have, which you have not. So it's the same.
Other than my dad not being here, things haven't changed that much,
His office still remains the same, and will for time to come. Let's see. Sir Pratt, any chance you're going to get a skid steer with a winch box? Have a skid steer.
I answered that a while ago. Yeah, we have the skid steer. We just don't have the winch box yet. Hopefully coming up, but just don't know when. I jumped into this late. YouTube didn't notify me. What's up, Ron and wifey?
This was kind of a.
This was just a last minute decision. Let's have it live and let's go for it.
How many tornadoes have affected your area? Thankfully, in Scott City, none.
Yeah,
we have been spared. Let's see. Ever helped with a military vehicle tow, like a tank or an armored vehicle? No, but he would really want a tank.
Actually, I have.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
He really wants a tank.
I've also towed the Oscar Mayer weaning mobile. Hold on.
This one?
No, I don't know. Oh, why does the Rotator not have an auto stow function? I wish I knew. That would be awesome if it did. I wish the outriggers and the boom all had an auto stow, but they do not. You'd have to ask the engineers that designed it. What is the heaviest the Rotator has lifted? I've lifted in excess of 100,000 before. Shouldn't have, but it did.
Mrs. Pratt, does it get any easier worrying about Ron and Ethan? Well, Ron and I have been in this partnership for 33 years now, so I still stay awake a lot and pray. I'm not going to lie, that's what I do. I may doze off and I wake up and I pray. I also have a tracker on him.
Yeah, we have our phones we have the family app so that she keeps an eye on me.
I just want to make sure that, he's okay. And we have a system to where when he's on either at night or on a especially difficult one, we have a thing where I say okay and he texts me back okay. That's all I need to know is that it's okay. And I've worried about Bill and Ethan when he starts doing this.
There's a couple that I really want to answer.
Colin, Alex wonders if you want an off-road four-wheel drive wrecker. Who doesn't?
Yeah, we kind of have one with the Dodge number 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true off-road, but not like some of the others.
Yeah.
We lost them. There's been so many. Yes, we've towed transit buses before. You plan on getting any more big wreckers in the fleet? Yes. Hopefully, I'd love to see a 50-ton straight stick with with a side puller option. I'd love to see another Rotator in the fleet. We'll just have to see what happens.
How many years have you been on your job?
Have I watched YouTube heavy recoveries from other countries? Yes, actually I have. There's, what is it, VN24? And
were they born out of Germany or something?
There's some out of Germany, and some that I love watching those because I learned different stuff, different techniques.
Hi, Jordan. Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan. Have you ever considered explaining how applied geometry factors into recovery of difficult jobs? Yes, but I don't have the time. Somebody asked a very important question. We passed by it a while ago because the comments are coming in so quick. No, we
love it, by the way.
It's very important, and I think people need to understand. They asked basically, how do we deal with the more tragic days when we deal with the fatalities and stuff like that? Some are easier than others. A part of you, when you're dealing with it on the scene, you put aside your personal feelings and you actually, you have a job to do, and you do it to the best of your ability at the time. And then when you get home, you deal with it. It's very similar for police, EMS, firefighters. All of us deal with PTSD. It can build up over time. You can have one single incident that creates it, but you have to learn how to deal with it, have to de-stress. You have to debrief and de-stress. Sometimes, right here's my sounding board. No, seriously, she listens and counsels me a lot when.
That's what I do, folks. 7 days.
A lot of it is, my faith, and
Do you go to church? Yes.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie? Top Gun.
I have several.
My favorite, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Do you go to church? I
resemble the Wicked Witch a lot some days.
Wait, there was something.
Somebody.
Professional detachment. Yes, that's appropriate. Aloha.
Yes, we are planning to do merchandise. Ethan is doing great. For those of you who missed him, he was here for a minute.
Yeah, Ethan was here for a little bit.
He's got things to do, people to see, and somebody wants him to help work on their truck.
David in the UK, David Jones. Glad you liked the timing of the video. Hide and seek was fun to see.
Oh, probably the van. Your van.
Okay, yeah, there were several of them in the national forest.
Yeah, you guys don't know. Well, you don't know this, but Bill was a hoot. He was probably one of the most sarcastic human beings I've ever met in my entire life. And I used to tell him that, you know, when you go to bed at night, you go to bed grateful because you just think to yourself, man, I'm so glad he married her. And he would just laugh. That was the one and only time the man was speechless. But he was awesome.
Someone said, "Do you cry at scenes?" I have, but I'll step off to the side. Yes, I have a very caring heart. But again, you have to put that aside at some point and move forward and do your job. You have to.
Yeah.
This job is not for everybody. The channel doesn't truly show the full scope of everything that we do, because I don't show the fatalities. I don't show the graphic scenes that we have to deal with.
Anything dealing with young people too
Yeah,
is very hard.
We do a lot more than what this channel will ever show. We've chosen to keep this a family friendly channel, and we won't show those things.
Let's see. Any way to get audio from your headsets on video?
Haven't figured that one out yet. If anybody has ideas, let me know. I mean, the only thing I could think of was set up one of my cameras with an extra headset and then try to sync it. But
Somebody said run for president. No, we don't do politics. I get very upset. What church you go to? Is a Catholic or something else? We go to a church that accepts everyone.
Yep.
It's a huge church and we love it, and it's a great place to be.
Easter plans.
Inverness, Scotland. Love it.
Easter plans. We will be spending the day with family, and then later tomorrow, after we spend time with family, we will be spending with friends who we consider family.
Yeah, we have a Hispanic group of people in our town, and they have adopted us.
Yep.
And we have the honor of spending some time with them tomorrow evening.
Their first communion and
a birthday and an anniversary,
they're
all combined into one. So we're looking forward to that. Would you ever sell the Western Star? No.
No. The Western Star is probably a permanent fixture at the shop.
It will never go anywhere. Do you have to get a certification for running code?
Okay. Missouri is one of the few where we can run red and blue lights and sirens in certain situations, and only in certain situations. Unfortunately, Missouri is, I believe, probably lax in their ruling on that. There is no certification required in Missouri. I think there should be. I think there should be training and certification required before anybody is allowed to run hot or run code. Just my opinion. One question: can you play Christian music on your channel? You because they're copyrighted, laws, we have to be really careful about that. So likely no. Ever met Larry Gitterdon? No, I haven't, but I would love to. Mater, as many of you know, if you ever hear that, I don't care who you are, that's funny right there. That's my my notification tone. People ask about that all the time. That's Toe Mater.
Yeah. Who's on call for Easter? Who's on call for Christmas? Who's on call for Thanksgiving?
Somebody said they have the same chair. Yes, this is my my work chair, my home office chair.
Saudi Arabia. Wow. Okay.
We have people from everybody.
Yeah.
I do have a drone. I am working on getting my 107 or 103 license. I am getting working on getting the license.
Have you ever gone to see Bigfoot in Pacific? Ron's dad and aunt used to drive for the original Bigfoot.
Yes.
So
my dad worked for Bob Chandler, who ran Bigfoot 4x4 before. Also Midwest 4-wheel drive. And my Aunt Janice drove Ms. Bigfoot. She drove Bigfoot 4. You can research it. Just do a quick Google search, Janice Oliver, Bigfoot, and you'll see
she's
her.
A little bitty thing. Yeah, she used to drive those big trucks.
That's my my mother's sister.
Yeah. Have you ever locked yourself out of your truck? Which one?
Yeah. There's several pictures floating around somewhere. They've started up a new group called Lesterville Black River, and there's pictures floating around of me as a young kid driving around,
dad and mom, and
driving around in the Black River when we were young, in the bed of what is now known as the original Bigfoot. Back then, it was just another jacked up truck, just like everybody else had, except it had a big silver chrome foot for an accelerator pedal, and that was Bob Chandler's truck. So,
what dispatcher do you have, Ron? So I'm just saying.
Okay, very good question.
What's
Something about the pullover law, the slow down, move over. Basically, if I read it correctly, is that a nationwide law? Most, as I understand it, all 48 contiguous states and U.S. properties, Hawaii, Alaska, and U.S. Virgin Islands, every U.S. has some version of slow down, move over law. They are different in their stringencies, different in their penalties, but all across the U.S.
hard to catch
does
them.
have slow down, move over.
Hard to
They
catch
actually had a sting operation I watched on Facebook earlier, and within 2 hours they ticketed over 20 different
that's
people.
crazy. Who's the head of the shop?
That would be my mom.
Well, or the
Wesson now.
Your grandson, he pretty much dictates how the
Wesson,
day
our grandson.
goes. Yeah, it's your father. We do too.
Benefited a lot from you.
Shipping vehicles.
Thank you.
What's your favorite truck? Rotator.
Well, yeah, mine would be the Rotator, obviously. But you know, I've learned on the old home 750. That's where we got our start. Dad custom built that home 750, and we added the Zack lift under reach, and we were the first ones in our area to have a hydraulic under reach. There were the whole old home 750s were the industry standard for years.
Would you get a small tow truck like a pickup?
Probably not. We've done the research, and the rollback works better for what we do.
Do you like Towmater?
Yeah.
He has a life-size one in his office, a cardboard cutout.
Yeah. Law enforcement, but have you ever specifically worked with SWAT? I have not, but we have provided cars for training where they shoot through glass and learn how to, the different angle of deflection for the bullet trajectories and stuff. We've provided vehicles and glass for those. We do a lot of training with various agencies. We've got a lot of training coming up. Actually, next Saturday, I will be hosting for one of the local fire departments and firefighter 1 and 2, the extrication portion at the shop. And then the following weekend, I have to provide vehicles for another, the same, but they're for high school students.
Yeah.
So
ever come across a towing situation too big to handle?
Yes, we have.
Have you had jobs where you needed all the wreckers?
Oh yeah, definitely. Where we had a situation too big to handle, for anybody that follows Miller Industries in the M100, Petrov's Towing, Ed Petrov out of East St. Louis area. I forget the name of Collinsville. I think it's Collinsville, Illinois. We had a job several years ago where us and our local competitors, who we don't really compete, we try to get along as well as we can. We had a very large specialty piece of equipment go off of a 2-lane road, and it was leaning up against main high power lines, and we just didn't have the equipment to do it. And we called Mr. Petrov. He sent down 2 75-ton rotators. This was before we had our rotator. He sent down 2 75-ton rotators, and ever since that day, me and Dad were both just like, we got to have one. we got to have one.
Took a lot of talking
but Mr. Petrov,
Grandma.
a huge shout out to him. He's been a pioneer in the industry. He special ordered the very first M100 from Miller. That's M100 unit number 1. So yes, we have had to outsource before.
Have you thought about more emergency lighting?
Oh yeah. But then there's a little thin line between too much lights, too bright lights, and not enough.
And they want you to video the trainings that you're going to be doing upcoming with the cars.
Okay,
So
I'll have to talk
something about that.
There's a lot of things coming up, guys. There's a lot of things coming up. I don't know how soon it's going to be coming, but we are supposed to have a tanker trailer that is being donated for use for training. So we'll have some possible interactive training sessions with local fire departments and the local CERT teams, or I'm sorry, not the CERT teams, but the HSRT teams.
Why is there an alarm when the rotator boom rotates, but not when it does anything else?
again, that is a Miller design. It alerts when it rotates, but that's it. That would be a question for the engineers.
Wow. Thank you,
Wow.
Sir Mert. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Videos are fire, and you're the only guy I can watch for half an hour. That's awesome. I can't watch him because his head moves too much. I would love to, but I am one of those motion sick people and just can't do it. Don't ride the back seat either usually. So.
Okay, what was that about M100?
I'm not sure what you're.
I don't know. They're coming so fast.
Yeah. If you do another video where you pick up a fire truck or a school bus before you return to the department or school district, would you say what was wrong with it? Okay, so they want to know what's going on. I hate politics, so do we.
Yeah, we stay away from politics.
Let's see, Optimus Prone Transformers. That's why I like your video. I love it. Yeah, he's a big.
I love the Transformers
series.
Movies,
yeah. Can you say hello to my husband? Tim drives a dump truck. Hello, Tim.
Scrolling down
Okay,
here.
and what's your less favorite or least favorite tow trucks?
We don't own any of them.
You like all the ones you have?
Yeah, I like the ones we have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have police rotations? Yes. One video is your call.
Oops. I'm sorry.
She's running the mouse.
I'm trying, and I'm really trying. It just jumps sometimes. Gonna get more. That's our dog moaning. If you can hear him, big 115-pound dog. Watch you because I can't do recovery anymore.
I've heard that a lot. People watch my videos because they're real, and that's something that we've tried to stay true to. That there's no added drama, there's no added anything. It is just real life, and what you see is what it truly is. Except for the fatalities and stuff. We're not going to show those.
He tries to get rid of the drama, even in the ones that they have. So. Apart from fishing, what other sports and hobbies do you have? Harley Davidson. He's a motorcycle rider. Absolutely. Water skiing.
Water skiing. Love water skiing. Yep.
Camping. Eating zingers.
Oh, hush.
The vanilla kind. Let's see. Are you going to get more trucks in your fleet? Maybe.
Yep.
They're always making upgrades. Are you still making upgrades on all the fleet trucks? Always.
What was this about responding code?
Electric vehicle training.
So how does responding code work? Do you specifically get requested by Leos, or is there a rotation you have to follow? Okay, we are only allowed to respond code, which means running lights and sirens when we are requested to expedite. And that is given by the dispatching agency, whether it be the fire, police. They tell us when to expedite, and that is the only time we're allowed to run lights and sirens. That is not a decision that we make. That is made from the dispatching agency.
Ryan, this is a good question. How much knowledge can you get from training compared to on the job? Well, you have to have both, right? I mean, it's like any profession.
I believe it's a combination of both. You can get a lot from the books and the hands-on training, but it's just not the same as being out there and doing it. You're not under the same amount of stress. You're not under the same amount of pressure. You don't have vehicles whizzing by you at 70 miles an hour while you're trying to do your job.
How much a truck like the Rotator cost? About $750,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, it jumps on me.
Yeah, we're having problems. We're having problems with the feed. I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry.
Oh, another habit of Ron's, sledding.
Sledding into trees. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately.
That was the strangest toe.
Now,
okay, the strangest toe. What was that?
Hold on. Coming up. It may not be an interesting video to anybody, but recently we had the video where Ron sledded into the trees and Mama Pratt laughed at me. Well, Ron gets back at the trees and the trees go bye-bye. So we used a little bit of Yankum rope and one of Mama's toys to help get rid of the trees. And I'm going to try to make a video of that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that.
Okay, let's see. Consider using a police scanner receiver programmed with your headset frequency with a GoPro to record your headset.
Okay,
Thank you, Hans.
Who's the boss in your house? That's obvious.
The dog. The dog
What is that up there?
is who it is because
Drove a rollback.
Karma.
Comment chameleon.
I like that name.
Drove a rollback for 3 years before having a heart attack. Watching your
Mm.
channel keeps me entertained while not being able to do it myself. Thanks. Thank you.
Not an easy job.
No,
for
it's not.
sure.
No.
You can get small records. No, I think you answered that. How do you keep your faith with all the chaos you've seen?
It's not easy. I would be lying to say that this job and life in general doesn't test your faith. I mean, my not to go into great detail, but as many of you know, I lost my father this last year. There's been a lot of changes, and my faith has been tested. Still gets tested. That's where then where the word faith comes in.
Well, I mean to me to answer that, okay, I know this is probably going to sound cheesy, but when you're growing a plant, okay, a plant has to be watered and it has to be fertilized, and if you don't do that, it's going to shrivel, dry up, and die. And so there are times where we need more water and times where we need less. But it's kind of like that. It's something that you have to constantly feed. And when you feel like you're getting low, I mean, I teach this to some of my students, and my pat phrase is, not today, Satan. Not doing it. I can do this. I'm going to do this. And you do what you have to do to hold on to that faith. And it's not easy. Easy.
I'm not perfect by any means. Never claimed to be. I have good days. I have bad days.
We all do. Try to make the clips shorter, not to exceed 20 minutes. Some people love the long ones. Some people don't. And
I try to do a little bit of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do some shorter videos, some longer videos. Obviously, I can't please everyone.
Right.
I have people that request the longer videos, the hour and a half, 2 hour videos. Mm-hmm. Those are hard to do. Really, from my aspect of trying to do the editing and everything, I put so much into the editing. It takes a lot of time to do.
Yeah. He works
one of those
full-time jobs.
Yeah, between the shop and the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is a full-time job.
Yeah. What's the largest risk when doing a recovery? Pratt falls.
The largest risk is inattentiveness to safety. Our complacency. Stay positive, stay strong. Thank you.
Does the truck use any type of winter tires?
No. This area, we don't have enough winter weather to require us to change over to winter tires. I know some areas, and especially the northern areas in Canada, require you to switch to winter tires. Here we don't, because we don't see that much winter weather.
Need a bloopers video? We've been saying that for a long time, but I think the last 2 videos have kind of been blooper videos.
Well, I make mistakes. I mess up. I own it.
The flying into the trees was definitely a blooper video, and
me getting stuck.
There was one this summer that I will not allow on it because it's. I don't like the camera. I'm a lot larger in life than I have been in years past, but we bought a jet ski because he and Ethan had to have a jet ski. And so before we went on vacation, we took a step off the cliff and bought one. And so he gets me on it and he's like, "Don't worry, babe. It's going to be fine. I'm not going to throw you off." 60 seconds later, I'm in the water, flipped over backwards, having sucked up half the lake. So yeah, there's some bloopers, but it was, yeah. And he's like, he had the video camera on and he's like, "Oh no, I just lost Mom Pratt. I'm in trouble."
Oh, there's a lot of videos that I just haven't got around to. We actually used the jet ski to tow a dead boat in.
Yes.
On the water. Family, we didn't know what was going on. They waved us down and we were just cruising along and they waved us down and they were having problems with their pontoon boat and we ended up towing them in. So on our vacation, still towing on the water.
Question: are you gun owners? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I believe in gun rights.
Miss Pratt, you may be the size you are, but you're amazing regardless. Thank you. Very nice. He's always very supportive and complimentary, you know, but I'm just not much on bathing suits, especially not on video for thousands of people. So
There's a good question, Ronnie Hooper. Question: thought about an out-serviced cola truck or truck trailer for larger jobs? Actually, yes, I have considered a support vehicle of some kind. Probably will end up being a trailer. I had an option on a retired fire truck here recently, but when you got into all the insurance stuff, a trailer is a whole lot easier, less expensive, less maintenance, not as much insurance and stuff. So when we get to that point, when we're able to do that, we will probably go with a support trailer. We do have an air cushion trailer now. It's just not big enough to carry everything that we need. It's just set up for our air cushions.
And Ron, being an Eagle Scout, we may need a very large trailer to carry everything.
53-foot drive-in with ramps. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite part about your job? Love your videos. You're such an inspiration to me. Thanks for your amazing videos. Very sweet. Bryce News, thank you. What is your favorite part of your job?
The satisfaction you get from helping people and a job well done. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Anytime I touch this, it scrolls down like 2 pages. So I'm very sorry those that were missing. Keep the long videos. Please more GoPro footage of your towing and rescues. And back to the base or garage. So we have shows how difficult it is to maneuver that extra long convoy and how it behaves.
I apologize for not being able to answer all the questions. They're just coming so fast. We literally can't read all of them. They're just coming so quick.
Yeah.
The comments are.
Love my sea-doos and guns. Yeah, well, in case you ever see a snake, you know, maybe. Tom Saylor, thank you very much.
Keep up the good work. No, it is not easy. It isn't.
Yeah.
What was that about guns and snakes?
No, it was guns and sea-doos. I love my sea-doos and guns. Oh. So does Rod.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you thought about?
We're responsible.
Doggone it.
We're responsible firearms owners.
Mine stays locked up. So.
A Bobcat would be a great addition. Actually, we bought a Takuchi TL12, used one, but it has done quite well for us so far.
Will we get a day at the shop video with Talon? Don't know.
Shop videos are something that we have to kind of watch out for insurance purposes. So not a lot of those unless it's on our own equipment. We do have new cables, wire rope, whatever you want to call it, the terminology for the Rotator, the main winch lines. We will be replacing those here next week, and I will get that on video.
Let's see.
Why are the truck numbers not reused? That is for accounting purposes, basically. That way you can keep each truck's records separate.
What was the funniest thing you've ever done?
Oh my.
Like forever or for towing?
I have no idea.
You don't want me to go there.
No, let's keep going. Go on. Good question, but I don't think we want to do that.
I won't go into specifics, but I just have to say that he has a very distorted sense of humor, and he's a big kid at heart. So he'll do whatever. I mean, you know, to get. He's very responsible and respectful, but he'll do whatever to get a laugh. Any spring turkeys yet?
Wait a minute.
Lots of them that work.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yes. Okay. You did it.
I know.
Okay,
for those of you who do not know, I am a 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo, martial arts. I've been Eagle Scout, martial arts. You know, whatever I do, I go in full force. And there's a story a long time ago where she and a friend of hers are asking me to do one of my katas.
No, we didn't ask.
Oh, you did too.
No, he said,
"You did,
guys. I'm getting ready to go to a competition. Will you watch this and tell me what you think?" I don't think I'm going to be able to get this out. So he's doing his thing, you know, and we're just kind of sitting there like, yeah, we're not martial art people, but okay, this, you know, it looks okay. And then he does this kick and both feet go up and he lands on the floor. And we're like, yay, keep that in.
The ultimate Pratt call.
Yeah. Yes. It was great.
Yeah.
Never caught by a tornado during a recovery.
Actually, yes, we have.
Oh, you have?
We have. Right. Dad and I were out on a job. We were working on the interstate in the pouring rain. There was a truck jackknifed and the fire department left us. We
Yes,
didn't know
I
what was
remember
going
that.
on,
I
and the
remember
fire
that.
department left us, and
Yeah.
the wind started, everything started blowing sideways. We were in the old Marmon and the
Yeah.
old Diamond Rio, and the old Marmon had grab rails on the side of the bed, and Dad and I literally grabbed onto the side rails, the handles,
Yeah.
and held on while this storm went through, and we knew it was bad. We just didn't know how bad. And then 15, 20 minutes later, the fire department comes back around and gets behind us again. And they said, why didn't y'all leave?
So they were like, hey, you guys are still
You know,
here.
why didn't y'all leave? And we didn't know it. They told us there was a tornado that had gone through like an eighth of a mile up the road. It had taken out a couple of shop buildings and a bunch of other stuff just right up the road from where we were, just right in front of us.
Yeah, but when you're Bill Pratt, nothing gets in the way of a job. I mean, that's
we
the way
stayed
he
out there.
was. Ron is the same way. I mean, Bill had no fear. He would just do whatever it took, and it didn't care how bad it hurt or anything like that. Thank you, Reggie's truck.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's another one.
That's that one. Oh,
Tanker Yanker.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That's a dangerous job.
Okay.
Our dog wants to get in here.
I'm petting Chip right
Come here,
here.
Chip. You want to say hi?
I don't know if he can.
Let's say hi.
If we can get him up. There's
Come here,
his
bud.
head's down
Oh,
here.
come here.
I don't think you can.
No.
Oh, there's Chip.
Want to say hi?
This is the.
It's our buddy.
This is our 115-pound
Camping
dog
dog.
who likes to sit on our lap.
Rescue dog.
Okay, let's see. Keep it up, love and watch you. Thank you.
Fishing trip this year? Not yet. Actually, we have a very good viewer friend, Dave, Super Dave Lawson,
Yes,
who sent us a nice package. He handmade a whole bunch of fishing gear, and
watch out, buddy.
Ethan and I just opened that earlier. There's a bunch of fishing gear, and Ethan and I
Yeah.
are really looking forward to
Took about 20 minutes
doing
to
that.
unload the spot. Yeah, you can see Chip's nose right here. He's looking at both of us like, guys, who are you talking to? I'm visiting. Let's see. I'm not even going to be able to try to pronounce
visiting
your
the U.S.
name.
end of August, beginning September. Would it be okay to contact you for meet and greet with you at the shop?
Initials
Yes.
JH. I can't pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at this stuff.
Yes, please feel free to. Someone's hiya, Chip.
What breed is that dog? Well, we had his what do you call it? The DNA test or whatever. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Primarily
Black
six.
Lab,
Yep.
Black Lab, Great Dane. He's got a little pit in him. Weimaraner,
Yes.
I think was one of them. But he's a big baby. He'll bark and he sounds furious. But when we say, somebody's at the door and we say, you want to go outside, he turns and runs the other direction.
Yeah,
so he's definitely
he's
not
a big
watchdog.
baby. Have you been to Miller in Chattanooga? Yes. I've also been to the International Towing Museum and the Wall of the Fallen. Something that most of the people here know that I do push the Slow Down, Move Over campaign highly. Don't want to see any more names on the wall. That's another something else that's coming up. We have added Haas safety devices to all of our trucks. If you're not familiar with that, you can do a quick Google search. But the inventor / owner of Haas has agreed to come down with us anytime and do a video, which we are seriously considering doing that when we get time. It's just things have been so crazy busy right now. We haven't had time.
How does someone who already has a CDL go about getting into the towing business?
Find somebody willing to hire you and read everything you can, go to training, see if they do their in-house training. Have you been to Indiana? Oh yeah.
We were there, Ethan's band.
Rescue is the best breed. Yeah. All your cats are rescues. Yes.
Yes, we are. We have 6
multiple
cats.
rescues. Yeah, she's going to be the old cat lady,
as they say. I already am. I just can't.
Yes,
no.
Slow down, move over, everyone. Yes.
I have said no recently, but it's hard. Let's see what else. If you violate slow down, move over, it could be a felony in Texas. Go Texas.
Yeah. Hey, bring it up. Bring the only way to get people to start paying attention and slow down and move over is to raise the penalties.
We're Android users. If somebody wants to know that, they said, I hope you guys have a safe Easter. Thank you.
Do you know Knowles Towing? I have spoken with them over the phone and through Facebook and stuff, but I don't personally know them very well.
Halo lights, they've got those. They've got some. Whoops, they've got some of those. Quebec, hello.
We're running right at an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody's about.
Possibly a tour of the Rotator. Don't you have one of those videos?
We do, but not recent.
Okay.
It's an older one.
How's Mrs. Ayers? Have you talked to her in a long time?
Last time I talked to her, she was in the hospital. She's out now, but she was having some health issues.
Okay.
She's getting older, like all of us.
Yeah. Tweeble. Hey, Ron, love your videos. Been a railback driver since 2014. Learned a lot from you over the years. Just want to say I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Stay safe out there.
Where is Talon right now? He's probably at home with our daughter and grandson.
Yep.
He's in the office. If you're referring to what he does at the shop, he's in the office, manages one part of the shop.
Her dog is laying under.
Thoughts on NRC rotators? I have never been hands-on with one. From what I've seen, they look amazing, but I don't have any personal knowledge to give a honest assessment.
Used to be, let's see, Jay Maynard used to be volunteer paramedic. Always impressed with how professional you are and your people are, and really wish I could say that about the towing operators I work with. Yeah, Ron works very hard.
Okay, J-Dog 1119. I'm confused. In your outro, you show the yellow strip as for the towing and recovery, but I have seen it for dispatchers. I've seen the same thing. I don't understand where the discrepancy comes in, but I have seen it where it's been listed for dispatchers, and I've seen it where it's been listed for towing and recovery operators. I cannot tell you why the discrepancy.
Yeah, Chip is a beautiful dog. Thank you. If you look, I don't really know how to do that. If you remove. If you there's some very inappropriate comments coming up here.
We're gonna have to
we just
clock off of here.
It. Whoops, we just reported it. So just ignore those because again, this is family friendly. So
yes, we need a moderator. The problem is over the last year, I've had 3 of my moderators pass away.
Yeah.
We just recently, the most recent one was Dan.
Yeah.
From Springfield.
Yeah. Ray and Dan both.
Ray and Dan passed away, and we lost another one. So I've lost some moderators.
Are you planning on retirement?
She
will
is.
Never retire. That's why I get to. So, I intend to devote time to our grandson, which is very important to me.
And for those of you offering to moderate, I'll be glad to take a look and see. I ask for my moderators to be subscribers to the channel and also pleasant and helpful, courteous of other people, regardless,
Have other towing companies asked for assistance since you have a rotator? You get calls quite a bit.
Yes.
From we won't be mentioning them, but from some famous people who've had reach out to you.
I have something else coming up that I can't legally speak of yet, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Let's see. I live in Kentucky. Hey, Ron and wife live in Kentucky, and I saw your videos pop up on YouTube notification. I can't wait to get home from work and watch. Stay safe out there. Thank you. What's the heaviest thing you've ever towed?
Oh, probably super loads. We get those every now and then where we have to tow super loads. The prime truck will go down and have to get an emergency move off the interstate until they can get another power unit under it.
Question, is there any chance for a special Pratt family on the range? Is that a shooting range? Because I close my eyes when I
would love to do that.
Which is why my gun stays locked up.
I would love to do a Pratt family on the range video. However, YouTube and Google do not like firearms content.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't like firearms content. Not saying that we couldn't.
Are you going to see Alabama May 27th? No, we would love to. We love Alabama.
We're going on vacation.
Yes.
We will be gone that day. We're leaving that day.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll love Alabama. The group Alabama, for those of you who don't know, Alabama is coming to the Show Me Center, which is a venue here close to home, and absolutely love the group Alabama old time country music.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Just can't go.
Love the people sharing with us all the names of their dogs. That's awesome. Yeah, we have Todd, which looks like a drowned rat, and he's awful.
Okay, here.
Is there a Planet
Amiga
Update
clone.
Prom accident? What is that?
That's the one that you coordinated.
Yeah,
this,
I know,
this was
but
thanks to Mrs. Pratt.
Is
Okay.
there a you know, here's the thing. That group of students that were involved in making that, they were a very unique group that were extremely committed to doing things the right way and the safe way, and staying sober, not driving distracted, and things like that. It is difficult, and I don't mean to be the downer, but it is a little difficult to get kids really pumped up about that. So
yeah,
if
especially today's society,
if our group, if there's a new group who wants to do that at our school, I'm sure Ron, I mean, we've since gotten a new coroner and new fire chief, there's been a lot of changes. But it was an awesome experience for the kids and for us. I mean, I ripped up the dresses and helped with the makeup and stuff and placed, it was a lot of fun. It was eerie.
That was, I guess, my first real production. Well, that was my only production video. Everything else has been,
we had
real life.
Light offer to help, and I mean, it was
that came together quite
real.
Nicely. It was,
so there were a couple of people who really hammered us because we showed that on video and they thought it was real. So
it was all staged.
Okay.
Go down. There was something.
Okay.
Need to ride together someday. Let's go. Ethan and I. Ethan actually has my dad's old bike now. Dad had a 105th Screaming Eagle anniversary CVO bike, and Ethan has that now.
Yeah.
And Ethan and I are hoping to do some of the rides that I went with my dad on. So
how old? I'm sorry.
Once he gets out of college, we're hoping to be able to do some of that.
How old is the prom video, and can it be found on your channel? You can look on YouTube, and it is Scott City High School.
I don't mock crash or something like that.
Mock crash, Scott City High School in Scott City, Missouri. It's pretty, it's pretty in your face a little bit.
Does a moderator work from home or at the shop? A moderator for the YouTube channel just works at home from their computer. You can work off of your phone, you can whatever. They basically just help moderate the comments and help keep the trolls at bay.
Yeah.
Who exactly gets to drive the traffic control truck? Right now, it's pretty much open to all the guys at the shop.
You don't have to have a special license for that.
There's no special license required for the traffic control because it's just a half-ton pickup.
Yeah, they won't let me drive it because.
Hey, can I do that? Matt Napier, what is that? What exactly are you wanting to do, Matt?
Questions. Does David still work for you? No, David went, I think, back to work. He went to work in his family business.
Yeah, he came to us from a family business, and then he and his wife had a child.
Yeah,
and
cute baby.
Yeah, they had a child about the same time that Lauren and Talon did. And this job is difficult with a family, especially a young family. And David chose to go back with family, which I can't fault him for that. If David wants to come back, he's more than welcome. Be glad to have David back.
I remember lots of Christmas Eves.
Oh yeah.
Going, how do I put that together? So
Ray H, moderator, full-time or part-time? It's just part-time.
Yeah, it's just every great once in a while. Timing people out. Okay, so some of these folks know about moderators, and
Is Raymond okay? I won't say much about Raymond. He doesn't work with us anymore.
He went on.
He moved on. Things. He moved on to something else, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Let's see. So, are you the son? Yes, you are.
I am.
Bill and Linda.
My parents. My parents started the business. I am the only child. I've been in it since they started day one, 1985. And we've all worked together to grow it to where it is now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for the Easter wishes.
Has there been many female recovery operators? There are many female recovery operators, towing recovery operators in the industry. We don't have any currently at the shop. Wouldn't be against it, opposed to it by any means. Anybody that's qualified and willing to do it, I'd be glad to.
Ron, when you go on vacation, do you take towing equipment? Only his truck, just his personal truck.
My truck
and
tows our camper,
and I tow a boat, and then he puts the jet ski on the back of the camper so it looks bizarre going down the road.
Or when we're on the lake, like we discussed earlier, we
Yeah.
tow boats in
Right.
with our jet ski or our other boat.
Most miserable weather you work in, probably the heat.
Yeah, for me that would be the heat.
Yeah.
The heat gets me. I got partial heat stroke several years ago, and I have to really be careful because I cramp up. I ended up in the ER a couple years ago after a specific job, and really have to watch it now.
Yeah. So, okay.
Lots of suggestions for moderators.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Husey too.
Ron grunting soundboard in the future.
Yes,
Guys,
I make a
he
lot.
does that at home.
Okay.
It is not. There's been a lot of people. Okay, so there's been a lot of people who comment on, you sound like you're breathing heavy, and there's a lot of groans and moans. Are you okay? Are you healthy? Yes, he's healthy as a horse. Everything's been tested that can be tested, folks. It's just part of.
That's part of my makeup. That's part of who I am.
I think it's from karate.
It is. A lot of it's from the martial arts, and people who are into martial arts know that making certain sounds at specific points is just part of it. And
it's supposed to help you with your force.
But some of it's just getting old too.
It also, when you're at home and you do stuff, it helps your wife know that you're really working hard. And being a husband is tough. So yeah, I'm just missing.
Daniel Madison, thank you. Thank you very much.
Just missing.
Ray H says he's monitored or interested in the moderator job.
Lots of folks, yeah.
It'd be great. We could use the help.
Who's driving the Western Star?
Kenny probably drives it more than anybody right now. But it's open to whoever's got it. But anyway. All right, it's probably getting to the point we need to shut her down. If there's anybody else that, if you got some last minute questions, we're about an hour and 12 minutes into it. Went a little bit longer than we'd expected, but glad that we've got so many people interested. Glad there's so many questions.
What's your favorite football team? The Scott City Rams, high school. No, he's not a big sports watcher.
I'm not into sports.
I like the Cardinals.
Except for personal sports. I was always a personal sports guy.
Guys, the questions keep coming and the well wishes and everything. And we do definitely thank you for your time and spending some time this weekend with us. Again, in the near future, be looking for some merchandise on YouTube. It will not say Midwest Truck. It will say Ron Pratt YouTube, and our
Pratt
company is Pratt Inspirations. So be looking for that as soon as we can get that up and running. We do have it in the works.
Dragon X, yes, we'll make a post about the moderators. Thank you, Dragon X. We will do that.
As far as a meet and greet, that was kind of my brainchild too. I'm not a real super big people person, but he laughs because it's accurate.
Yeah.
But I will see what we can do to organize some type of a small meet and greet and figure out how to get that accomplished. Again, it would be people coming to our location, not at the shop. We wouldn't want to do that because there's too many dangerous things there. But perhaps Mr. Rotator Ron can bring the rotator wherever we're going.
Simplify. I'm not former military, but thank you for your service. I do have a great deal of respect for all of our service personnel.
So anyway, any suggestions that you guys have, we're open to them as long as you send them to us in a respectful manner. We're all about being positive, and we will rip the negativity right off of this channel. So God bless all of you.
How old are you? I am 51.
Yeah,
for
I'm
a little
older.
while longer. Don't ask. Don't worry about that.
I'm older, but that's okay because I'm in charge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it quits. We're almost an hour and 15, but happy Easter. Remember, it's not all about the bunnies and the
stuff
toys and everything like that. It's about in our perspective, everybody has the right to believe how they want.
Yeah.
For us, we believe that Jesus rose from the grave, and that's what we celebrate tomorrow.
Yep.
To everyone, happy Easter or happy Sunday or whatever the day it is you choose. But from us, to the bottom of our hearts, we thank you and God bless.
Keep those prayers coming to keep the guys safe.